Let's make buzzard bites from World of Warcraft. So first we're gonna get our bowl and add our chicken. Now the recipe calls for turkey. I don't eat turkey though, so I am using ground chicken instead. We are then going to add our breadcrumbs, and then we're going to add our bacon. So I baked mine and then I just chopped it up. And then we're gonna add it in. So then we are going to add our egg. Then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of onion powder and then 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. And then once we have done that, we are just going to go in and mix it together. I'm going in with my hands here. The recipe recommends you do this. Of course, if you want to use gloves or just stir it up, you're eventually going to have to use your hands though, because you have to form the meatballs. But yeah, so this is how it turned out. And then we are going to form our meatballs and line them up on a baking sheet on parchment paper. And we're going to bake that for a bit, about 18 to 20 minutes until it is no longer pink in the center. So while those are baking, I got started on the sauce. We're going to get a saucepan and add our ketchup. Then we are going to add our apple cider. Then we're going to add balsamic vinegar. And then you're going to go through and just add some pepper, salt, and then nutmeg. However much you want. It says add a pinch of each. I just sprinkled some in. So I stirred that. And it says to let this simmer for 30 minutes until it thickens. Mine never thickened. It just was super liquidy, just as so. I added cornstarch water mixture to thicken it up as I want more of a gravy, consistency. I feel as if this goes with the whole, meatballs, buzzard bites thing. You don't have to do this. I'm going to highly recommend it. So once you add it, just keep stirring it until it thickens up like so. And this just looks so much better. But of course, do what you want. If you want to follow the base recipe, you can, of course, do that. So then here are our buzzard bites. They are now done. So I actually had panko. I didn't have breadcrumbs. So just mine will look a bit different than yours. But then we are going to add them to our mixture here in the saucepan. And then we are going to coat them all. And there we go. So I just spent time until they were all covered just like this, and then I began to plate them, and then that is all there is to it. It's actually rather simple, which I love. I loved the sauce to this, absolutely delicious. That apple cider with the tanginess of the balsamic vinegar, absolutely delicious. The bacon flavor is incredibly strong, and yes, I wish I picked the bacon and dipped it separately. I wasn't too crazy about this because all I could taste was bacon and oil, so 7 out of 10 as is.